Meteorologist Damon Matson on the desk now. I am glad for so many things today. 1, no rain. 2, less humidity.
It is nice. What would you grade the weather out there today then, since we're on the grading topic?
I will give it a solid B+.
B+.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all right. We'll take it. We'll
B+.
take it. I thought you were going to go A for a second. But,
I was thinking about it, but like 60s is my happy place.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that would have been. It's the temperature that got you a B+. That's why.
It all depends on what you like. So
Exactly.
for Tosin, maybe not these 80s that we're about to see, but for some of you out there, I know you do love these warmer temps, and that's exactly what we have set up. Now, the only little hiccup, again, is the fact that on these sunny, dry days, we just cannot seem to shake this bit of haze that is hanging overhead. You can see it off in the distance there from the Kennedy Center. And yes, those wildfires in Canada, they continue to burn. And as we have the weather patterns changing, those wind directions adjusting around, some of that smoke ends up getting caught up in our weather pattern and getting funneled over to us. And that's exactly what we have here in the DMV and up and down much of the mid-Atlantic, even up into the Northeast. Here's that darker plume of smoke through much of eastern PA, drifting down into West Virginia. But all in all, at least that haze, it's staying high enough in the sky that we're not seeing any sort of major air quality issues or major issues down near the ground. A little bit of it drifting down where we have this light shade of yellow, but the darker shades of yellow, that's where those air quality issues are a little bit worse up toward the Great Lakes, but not for us here in the DMV. So that being the case, well, we have a decent amount of sun still filtering down through that bit of haze in the sky, and that's pushing our temperatures right back into the 80s. DC's at 81, Lexington Park 85, and then we are hanging on to the upper 70s back toward the I-81 corridor and into the mountains. So we're looking at a very warm rest of the day ahead of us, but this is the big time difference. We do not have much humidity to speak of. Dew point numbers took a tumble yesterday, and they're staying in that comfortable range, more in the 50s out there. So if you like the warmth, you can get out and not feel overwhelmed by that humidity, which can feel just like a wall of water at times through these summer months here in the DMV. And we should enjoy today because it's a one-off. Things are going to change quickly as we head into tomorrow. Check out our temperatures again by later this afternoon, 3-4 o'clock. We're talking about mostly the middle 80s on average across the DMV. A few spots like DC could climb up closer to 87, 88 degrees, but that's going to be the peak of temperatures today. Now, as we head into the overnight hours, we do cool back down under a fairly clear sky, but many of us stay in the lower 60s. But what's going to be the most noticeable is overnight tonight, heading into Thursday, those dew point numbers will start jumping again. We'll feel that mugginess return, and at the same time, temperatures are expected to spike a bit more tomorrow. Upper 80s for the most part west of I-95, but parts of northern Virginia, southern Maryland into DC, it is pretty likely that we at least see those lower 90s, which we have yet to hit this year in the district itself. But tomorrow, it looks like a pretty good shot for that streak to end as we make it back to the 90s with that humid setup. And Friday will be more of the same, but we will start to notice our next storm system knocking on the door with those humid conditions, and showers and storms will start to bubble up a bit more so, especially Saturday afternoon, with Sunday as well leaning on the soggy side. So not great news for those weekend plans for Father's Day, but that's the hand Mother Nature is going to deal us. Soggy weather will be back this weekend.